How are you guys?
Check it out. Just a simple live stream today. We've got some
delivery for our lunch.
poke bowl. Ever since Iabella, we've been eating poke bowls too much. So what's up? Let us know where you're watching from. We've got a nice comment here. Says, love your channel, guys. I've only stuck with you and David's been here. Well, thanks for watching. We appreciate it. David's been here. He's got a great channel too. So thanks for joining, guys. We've got lots of good stuff coming from Brazil, I think. Tomorrow, I should say the day after tomorrow, we will be going to Floripa or Florianopolis. So we've got a video we shot yesterday. We're editing now. After this live stream, we'll go shoot a video. Tomorrow we'll make one, and the next day we will be going to Floripa and showing you guys the bus experience. 11 hours bus ride to Floripa. So quite literally a vlog a day here in Brazil. Yeah, Paul, this is an Airbnb. Small, this is the computer, television, front door. This is the kitchen. It's quite nice because where Ivana is the stove. So it's got an island stove. So you can face the room as you're cooking. Bed here and then bathroom over there. We will do a whole apartment tour video, but we'll film that maybe tomorrow or the next day just before we leave. Yeah, super nice place to be honest. And the area we're staying in is super nice. So maybe we'll take you around our neighborhood and show you our apartment. Poke bowl for lunch, Ivana?
Yep.
Very nice. So let us know where you're watching from, guys. Let us know what any recommendations or any videos you'd like to see us do in Brazil. I will say my legs are pretty chewed up. There are quite a bit of bugs in Iabella. And so we are still scratching and itching, but we did love Iabella so much. So no regrets. Oh, look at Ivana, very clever with the extended table here. Boomba. Very nice. Very, very nice. Oh, we're getting shout outs because of my Albanian shirt. I am Albanian and I loved your videos in Albania. Well, thanks for watching. We really loved Albania. We've been recommending it to everybody we meet. Telling everybody to go to Albania. Super underrated travel destination. Here's lunch today.
It looks good.
Poke bowl, poke bowl.
Wasabi.
Don't mind if I do. Ever since Iobella, we've been into the poke bowl.
Yeah, it looks good, no? Got this.
Poke bowl, poke bowl. Looks nice, right? And super light and super fresh.
We got some salmon, mango, carrots, onion, shrimp, cream cheese, cabbage.
What was interesting was somebody reached out to us who's from Hawaii and said, "Oh, poke bowl is totally different in Hawaii."
Yeah.
So this might be a Japanese-inspired poke bowl, or maybe a Brazilian-inspired poke bowl. I don't know, but either way, it's slightly different from the Hawaiian one. Maybe I'll turn one more light on. We're a little dark.
We got some wasabi.
Wasabi.
Let's see. Where are you guys watching from? Let us know.
Let us know, and let us know what we could get up to in Floripa.
Yeah.
We will be headed to Floripa very soon. We Brazilians adopt foreign food, but make it better. But you already know that from the pizza.
Yeah. We still gotta try the hot dogs here.
Yeah, that's gonna be an exciting video. Someone was telling us that the hot dogs are covered in mashed potatoes sometimes, which sounds exciting. People watching from Japan saying Floripa is awesome. Yeah, it's been highly recommended, Floripa.
Oh.
So we will definitely be excited to check that out. We were laughing with Art yesterday. We were hanging out with Art from Gringo Nation, and he's like, "Man, you guys have so much more to see in Brazil." And I'm like, honestly, we've only been to Sao Paulo, really, Sao Paulo State, and we're loving it. So we're going to be coming back and forth to Brazil in the future because 90 days is just not enough to see such a huge country. Yo, shout out to Poke Bowls, man.
Floripa, they have amazing beaches. Nice.
More beach stuff sounds good. We'll get the drone in the sky. I think we'll also go to, let me say the name right, Minas Gerais.
Minas Gerais.
Everyone's recommending us to go there for the best food in Brazil.
Food in Brazil.
Which is always funny to me how some parts of a country have better food. It's every country has that. Every country has one city where the food there is the best.
That's true.
It seems so suspicious that like the other people can't make the food as good.
Like in Serbia, it was in. We think it was
Niche.
in niche.
Yeah. This is soy sauce?
Yeah.
You would dump?
Maybe just a little bit. Maybe it's very salty.
Okay. I'm a soy sauce kind of guy.
I'm not sure if you're supposed to mix the poke bowl, but.
Good question. Yes, people are recommending Minas Gerais. Big up from Bangkok, Thailand. Shout out to Thailand. Yes, we do plan to visit other places in Brazil. Although,
open your mouth. They got mango and salmon, onion, avocado, and rice.
super nice Pokeball. Although in Brazil, Ivana and I have been particularly slow at traveling. Generally, we're pretty slow, but in Brazil, even more slow because there's so much to do here, and it seems like the vlogs are easy to make, which is nice.
Someone is saying that we must try the churrasco.
Oh yeah,
Brazilian
certainly.
Churrasco.
That's a must. That's an absolute must. You put the whole pack of wasabi? No.
I did.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. I will say Brazilian spice is no joke, man. And it seems like all the hot sauce at the restaurants is homemade, which is really nice.
Yeah.
It's all seems to be
But I love it.
pimenta sauce. Ivana goes all in. I'm a little bit less ambitious with the hot sauce. Someone says Flamenderi, which is one of my favorite thank yous. This is my Albanian shirt, and in Albanian, Flamenderi, which is such a nice, or shukriya is a nice thank you. Shukriya, shukriya. What shukriya?
How about obrigado?
Obrigado. I've learned that if you want to sound like a local in Brazil, you don't say obrigado, you say brigado. If you want to sound like a real local, you say brigadu. You put a U on the end. Brigado. Brigado is seems to be the most local way to say it in Sao Paulo.
But maybe different states have different accent. No?
I think that's right.
Even in Portugal and versus Portuguese in Portugal and Portuguese in Brazil, I think there's a little bit of difference.
Oh, I think so. Pronunciation, you mean?
Yeah.
Definitely. Definitely. Minas Gerais is also great because of the historical sites. The first Brazilian city to be recognized as UNESCO is in Minas Gerais. Oh, Ouro Preto means black gold.
Yeah.
This is the first UNESCO heritage site. I mean, there's so much to do in Brazil. This is really a vlogger's heaven. Did you do the whole mix like this? I'm gonna do the mix.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna mix. I'm just gonna mix. The problem is I put wasabi, and wasabi is so hot, and it didn't mix very well, and one spot is burning, and everywhere else is cold.
Yum, yum, yum.
But what an adventure Brazil's been. I can't believe we've already been in Brazil a month. It feels like we've been here a week.
Yeah.
Seriously, it feels like I've been in Brazil for 1 week. And we've already been for 1 month.
And we haven't even moved from
We
Sao
haven't even
Paulo
left
state.
Sao Paulo yet. We did go to the beach. That's as far as we went. Or Campos de Jordão. That was as far as we went. What's it like to live in Brazil? I sort of love it here because it seems like the streets are full of action and happiness and dancing and drinking. We actually just filmed a vlog yesterday where we were showing this culture of these botecos. It means like a bar. And we went to like 10 different botecos and met a bunch of people and drinking and laughing. And
Yeah.
yesterday was like Thursday. So we were out there at like 3 p.m. on Thursday and it was full of people drinking and having fun.
Great culture.
Seems like it's very open and warm and friendly. Yeah, we found Pokeball. Pokeball delivery. Super nice. Ever since Iabella, we've been going all in with the Pokeballs. They're super nice.
Very
And super
good.
light, which is good.
What is this?
Yeah, Paul says, very true about certain places having the best food. So funny that every country has that. They have one spot and the people there cook better. And I don't know how that happens, but you know, Paul says in Scotland he's got the place.
Oh, really?
Arbroath Smokies in the
Wow.
northeast. He says that's where the food's at.
Northeast.
Sounds good.
Normally, the northern part has better food than the south, isn't it?
In most countries. Is it right?
Well, no, in Serbia, south is better.
That's funny. Thanks for joining, everybody. We got 100 in the chat. Today we'll eat our lunch, and then we'll maybe show you our apartment, and then maybe we'll just do a short live stream today. We will make a whole video about this apartment in our neighborhood. Absolutely love this neighborhood. Super safe, super fun. All the locals, we tell them where we're staying. They say, "Oh, that's a great neighborhood. You'll love it there." And they're right on. Super duper nice. Are you guys planning on visiting the Northeast region? So, with certainty, the Northeast is the most recommended part of Brazil. Everybody is saying must visit.
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, we'll certainly go there. I think it's a must.
Good.
I think it's a must. Weifeng says we're traveling super slow this time at sloth pace. Because usually we're in search of adventure and we're in search of some more videos. But in Brazil, everything is a video. Like, it's so many... There's so much interesting things to see and do and eat. It's culturally rich. And so we're just sort of staying in Sao Paulo right now. Although we are leaving in 2 days.
Yeah.
So 2 days we'll go to Floripa.
Floripa.
On the 11-hour bus.
Which is also, I think that one is the second most recommended place by you guys.
Floripa, certainly the Northeast.
Yeah.
As well as, I would say, Minas Gerais.
Yeah. Well,
Is it other-
Minas Gerais
That's another highly recommended one.
for the food.
So guys, please keep recommending stuff because as you see from our videos, some of our best videos are stuff that you guys recommend. We certainly can't reply to every comment, so sorry about that. There's just too many. But we do read every comment. I think it's true. We read every single one because it's kind of a nice way for us to spend an hour sometimes going at the phone and just scrolling through.
Right.
And then if we see one place that gets 10 or 15 recommendations, we know it's probably good. So even if someone else recommended it, feel free to recommend it because the more people that mention it, the more likely we are to go. Question from Julia Beatriz. What are you thinking about security so far? I'm nervous to say it's totally safe, it's completely safe, because then in 2 weeks I'll get in trouble and I'll say, oh, well, I jinxed it, you know? But my impression has been it's totally safe.
Yeah,
I mean,
at least in Sao Paulo, the city is safe for me.
Yeah, the city is safe. We haven't done anything...
I mean, I don't know, outside of Sao Paulo, we heard Rio is a little bit more rough.
Right.
But we'll see. But other than that, Floripa should be even safer than Sao Paulo, so... Yeah.
Right. We haven't done anything crazy in terms of like 2 o'clock in the morning. We're not out at night. We're not drinking out late or going to nightclubs or stuff, which probably would be slightly more dangerous. But my impression of Sao Paulo is totally safe. Oh, Ivana's dad is in the chat. I think. Yeah, Ivana's dad is in the chat. I actually missed his comment, but I saw everybody else saying hello to Ivana's dad. Anyway, hello to Ivana's dad.
I gotta say, everyone was surprised to see me eat the pepper chili on that sandwich. It was good. I love it.
It's spicy, man.
I want to buy the whole jar or bottle of that chili. So
It was
good.
seriously spicy.
It's not that spicy. I mean, it was, but
Ivana can handle it.
I like spicy.
Weifeng says she's used to our slow pace, but in Brazil we've been very slow. Even for JetLag Warrior speed, we're even slower than usual. Well, the adventure will begin soon.
In terms of what? Oh, adventure.
Just staying in one city, I think.
But we normally stay in one city in the start
month.
of, yeah.
Yeah, quite often we'll do 1 month in a big city. It's also good for YouTube to stay in a big city at the beginning of your trip because it's where all the people are. So you can get some local followers and then you can bring them around to the smaller towns. Yeah, so comment from Ida VTH. Brazil is as if it were several countries in one. Everything changes very much depending on the region. Which is kind of nice because as we spend more time in Brazil, we'll be able to identify the differences.
Yeah.
So right now, we probably think that all of Brazil is like Sao Paulo. And maybe sometimes we'll make the mistake of saying Brazil is like this instead of saying Sao Paulo is like this. But as we go to different states, we'll see, oh, it's different in this way. Different food, different culture. Maybe we'll hear the different accent if we're really good. Although our Portuguese is pretty bad. But from what I understand, there's different accents in different parts of Brazil. That's quite noticeable. If my ears were smart. Yeah, the classic comment, the most commented thing in all of our live streams. Miss you from Pakistan. When are you coming back to Pakistan?
We miss Pakistan.
We miss Pakistan too. We would be there now if we could, but we had some visa troubles. Sometime in 2022, we will be in Pakistan. I think that's true, right? I think this year, we might not do 10 or 11 countries. We might only do 3 or 4. Might be each country like 3 months.
Yeah.
Sort of slow traveling. We're kind of slowing down in general.
Yeah. Even this year, how many countries did we visit?
Oh,
7.
good question. How many countries did we visit this year? Is it 7? No, I think more.
Well, we left Malaysia,
Malaysia,
Pakistan,
Dubai, Albania, Montenegro, Romania, Serbia,
and Brazil.
And Brazil.
So 8.
8 countries this year. Okay. Yeah, I think 2022 we might be even less. Certainly we'll be in Brazil for 90 days. And then maybe some more South American ones actually. But then probably a long chunk in Pakistan, a long chunk in Malaysia if it's open, maybe a long chunk in Indonesia if it's open, and then
We'll
that might
see.
be the whole year.
I mean, Canada just went into lockdown again. I mean, our
No way.
province.
Oh yeah, I heard that actually. Ontario's back in lockdown. That's crazy. But this is life. I'd like to go back to Europe too. Back to Romania would be nice in the summer. Or back to Serbia in the summer would be nice.
Someone just saying, Romania doesn't feel the same without you guys. Oh.
Oh, so nice. I would love to go back to the Balkans and Romania in the summer. Especially Serbia in the summer, because we kind of missed Serbia in the summer.
Yeah,
we
we
got there in
went
the
during
fall
the
and we still liked it.
Fall
So
and winter.
yeah, we were there in probably one of the least traveled months, like November.
Yeah.
Would be super nice to go back. Too many places to see, not enough time. Quite honestly.
Yeah.
Quite honestly. Well, here's a good question. Have you had any infections so far? And is it safe to drink the water in Brazil? So when we got to Sao Paulo, we were super nervous of the water and we were buying 2-liter bottles every day. But we started making coffee with a 2-liter water bottle. Like cleaning the water in the coffee machine. Finally, one day we just tried putting the tap water in the coffee machine to see if it was okay. And we were fine.
Yeah.
And so we don't buy water bottles anymore from our apartment. We just boil water and then put it in a jug and put it in the fridge. A lot of locals in Sao Paulo say the water is okay to drink, but it's not the best, but they'll drink it sometimes. And in terms of hygiene and food and stuff, even street food I think is totally safe and clean.
Yeah.
Because my stomach is more sensitive than most and I have had no problems. Or maybe I got stronger from all my time in Serbia, eating all that healthy food. Maybe gave my stomach bacteria so good.
Serbia.
No tummy problem, Wei Feng. She wrote fingers crossed. Yes, definitely fingers crossed, but so far so good. Ivana, people want you to cheer for Corinthians.
I honestly know nothing about football.
But she knows she loves Palmeiras.
Maybe. We gotta go to that big stadium in Rio. What is it called?
I forgot. Oh, people are saying, okay to drink the water in Sao Paulo, but don't do that in Rio.
Ah, okay.
Maybe we'll be more careful in Rio. We are a little bit concerned with Rio in terms of the safety. It's going to be more cautious. We will have to be more cautious there than here. I think we can handle it. We need to watch a real football match. That Palmeiras game occurred the last round of the league. Yeah, you're right. The game was not as intense as a usual game. Also, I think Palmeiras was playing their younger guys, under 21-year-old or something, because their veterans were all resting. That being said, it was still fun. But yes, we would like to go to a real football match.
Yeah.
That would be exciting.
Maracana.
Maracana.
Maracana. Maracana.
Good question. There's a line on top of the N. Oh no, not on top of the A.
Maracana.
Americana. I don't know.
See.
Very hard. Yeah, in Rio, tourist places are fine, but always be aware. Our friend Gustavo said you should be careful, but you should not be scared.
Yeah.
That was his way of saying to prepare for Rio. He said you got to be careful, but you don't got to be scared, which I think is a nice way of saying it.
I mean, that's everywhere, right?
Yeah, exactly. We can handle it. I feel like we'll be fine. I have to say, I love Brazil.
Yeah.
It's been so good so far. It's such a good start to the year. The weather is great. Food is great. People are great. The views are going way up. The one video we did, is this Sao Paulo or New York, is like top 10 or top 11 on our channel all time. Out of 600 videos, it's like number 11. And it's only been out for 3 weeks. So the views are going well in Brazil. Everything seems to be going well. Ivana nailed Maracana pronunciation. I don't believe it. At this point, there's a conspiracy against me in pronunciation. Everyone has agreed. Somehow there's some website where people talk about this stuff and they say, don't ever admit Steve said it right.
Admit it, Steve.
The other day, we're at the restaurant, and Ivana wants to order some porción.
No.
Porción.
Porções.
Porções.
Porção.
And she says, can I have some porcos? Which means pigs.
Porções.
That was funny.
Which means snacks, like finger
Portions, yeah, portions. But porcos means pigs. So Ivana says, hello, can I have some pigs? And our friend Art was laughing so hard. Like, you're gonna order some pigs. They wrote Ivana was born to speak Portuguese. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
See.
Wow, Paul says he, former captain of his local soccer team, played for Corinthians. He was on loan from Manchester United.
Wow.
So heck of a player. John Rankin. Small world. Well, thanks for watching our video, guys. We got a bunch of nice comments. Love watching your videos. Oh, hello to Linnea in the chat. What's cooking? Nothing cooking today, but we are eating poke bowl, which is super nice food, super light salmon and shrimp and mango poke bowl is common here in Brazil. I will say, it must not be mango season. We've had some mangoes from the grocery store in Brazil. Not the greatest mangoes, they're still mangoes, but it wasn't like that amazing mango flavor. I think it's not mango season.
I think it is.
Let us know if it's mango season. And if it is mango season, we need to redo it.
I don't think it would be in the store, no?
Oh, maybe right.
The Amazon.
Yeah, good question. Are you guys going to see the Amazon rainforest?
It might be on our second visit to Brazil because
It's too much to see right now.
the distance from where we are to Manaus, where the Amazon is, the entryway into the Amazon forest, it's very far.
Super
Like,
far.
even a flight is like 11 hours flight or something.
Amazing.
Yeah.
11 hours flight.
Brazil is bigger than you think.
Brazil is huge. So, for instance, on Sunday, 2 days from now, we will go south, 11 hours bus ride to Floripa.
Yeah.
Now, if we want to go to Rio after Floripa, we pretty much have to fly, or else you're into this like 20-hour bus ride situation. So we might even be taking flights around Brazil. Not many countries in the world you can fly to another part of the country, or you have to fly. You know,
Right.
most countries you can just take a bus there. It's a couple hours. Steve, do you remember the 45-minute flight that ended up an 18-hour bus ride? Yes, of course. That was a bit of a disaster in Pakistan. I had epic stomach problems. And
So we had to miss our flight.
We missed a 45-minute flight.
Ended up taking an 18-hour bus ride.
18 hours bus through the mountains in a chair, not in a sleeper bus, in a sitting chair. Ivana was like, "Thanks a lot, Steve." I was like, "I'm sorry, I can't go to the airport."
That's okay.
That's okay. That's life. But good news that my stomach is strong here in Brazil. Oh, I have a question for you guys. Wow, good memory, Paul Cannon. He remembered this song is from the Rooftop Bar in KL, which is right about that.
Wow.
I've got a copyright-free playlist happening. Hopefully it's not too loud. But to remember this from a certain video, Paul Cannon, super fan. Shout out to Paul Cannon. How long will you stay in Brazil? So we've got 90 days visa-free. Certainly we'll spend all 90. We've already spent 30, and we haven't even left one state.
Yes.
So 27 states in Brazil. We've done one.
We're saying we love Brazil so much, but we have only been in Sao Paulo. And we had a joke where we're saying, like, we might never leave Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
We love it here so
90
much.
days in Brazil. Only sees one city. Wow, good eye, guys. Yes, Freddie Mercury on the wall. This accommodation must have some sort of classic rock theme. Here's a Freddie Mercury clock. Very nice. Here's a coat hanger that looks like a Marshall amp. We got Freddie Mercury on the wall you saw, as well as Pink Floyd. So this is a classic rock themed Airbnb. Okay, good question. What are your plans for 2022? Oh, Ivana, do you have a New Year's resolution? Side question. Do you have a New Year's resolution?
No.
I have one. And should I share it with people or is it private?
Okay.
I have a New Year's resolution this year. I never made it before, but I really think I should tell people how I feel about them. There are people in this world that I feel strongly about, and I never tell them nice things, you know? I'm going to start telling people, if I think nice things about someone, I'm going to tell them. That's my New Year's resolution. Anyway, a little bit random, but that's my New Year's resolution. Also, I want to ask you guys, do you guys know what is the idea behind Carnival? Obviously, it's dancing, and it's music, and it's partying. But where did it start from? Where did it come from? I talked to one guy who said he thinks it has to do with Lent.
Lent.
It has to do with, like kind of a religious starting point. Like an Easter and Lent thing. But interesting to know how Carnival started because...
Yeah.
It's just an epic and very unique celebration, you know? So, wondering how it started, if it has ties to religion or if it's just more of a party or... It could be anything. It could be something like Thanksgiving where it's more like about the harvest. I have no idea.
But it has been announced that the Carnival will be cancelled this year.
Right.
Yeah.
Which sucks, but this is life. There's still lots to do. Shout out to Andre, says, "Hey guys, I found your channel in the last few days. I binged watch a lot." Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
We have been getting lots of subscribers from Brazil. The numbers are jumping up. So,
Thank you, guys.
thank you very much. We feel the love in Brazil. It is a liberation party 40 days before Easter. So 40 days before Easter is Lent. I think Lent is 40 days, right? So it's a liberation party at the beginning of Lent. Very nice. Yeah, my mom says, will you consider staying longer in Brazil? Good question. We'll certainly do 90. We certainly won't be...
We're not going to leave earlier than that.
We're not going to overstay either.
Yeah.
Oh, super chat. Falcon, thank you very, very much.
Thanks so much.
With a nice, I guess this is called a super sticker, right? Because you got this fellow dancing and playing the bongos on the rooftops. Very nice. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it, and it will go to helping us make more videos for you guys.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much for your super sticker. Oh, Happy New Year to Zaki Rana in the chat. Local member, long-time member actually.
Yeah.
More than a couple months of a member. Appreciate that. Oh yes, fun fact from Zero. This is an amazing fun fact. I saw the same thing you saw. I think you must have saw this on YouTube. or Instagram. I saw the same thing you saw.
What
The
is it?
northern point of Brazil is closer to Canada than the southern part of
Yes.
Brazil. So the northern part of Brazil is closer to Canada than it is the southern part of Brazil.
Yeah.
So the length of Brazil is longer than the distance from Brazil to Canada.
Yeah.
Which is like, doesn't make sense in your head. You're like, what? Brazil is closer to. So the way I saw it
northern
written
part?
was Brazil is closer to Canada than Brazil is to Brazil.
Yeah.
Like Brazil is closer to Canada than Brazil. But yeah, super fun fact because I did not realize how big Brazil was. And the population, 200 and some million. Versus Canada, I was like 35
Andrew.
million. Ooh, Andrew Chong. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Coming in with a super sticker. No, super chat. This one we got the thumbs up top.
Thanks, Andrew, for the super chat.
What's top in Malay?
Top?
Top.
What do you mean?
I don't know, the word top.
Just say top.
Oh, top. There it is. My first Malay word, top. Yeah, I guess Carnival is cancelled, although there might be some things we can participate in that won't be the full Carnival
Like private parties
ceremony,
and stuff.
some sort of private party.
Yeah.
There could be some, it might be expensive or it might be, it's going to be hard to see what we'll do because usually my understanding is the streets are just full of people. So it's just like everywhere. You can just kind of walk around and party in the streets everywhere you go. But they have shut it down this year, which is fair.
Yeah.
Because of the situation. Yeah, we fung from 125K to 133K. Almost 10K. There was a while there we were getting 1,000 subscribers a day, which for us is like crazy. So we are feeling the love in Brazil. Will we go to Iguazu Falls? Another good question. Will we go to Iguazu Falls? Maybe.
Maybe. We have been to the falls from the Argentinian side. So maybe, maybe not. We want to explore other parts of Brazil first before we go down there.
And honestly, the beautiful landscapes of Mother Nature are less, let me say this right, they're less memorable to me than the culture or the people you meet. So if we only have 90 days and we certainly cannot see everything, I would rather go to more cities and meet more people and, you know, spread out across Brazil, see
Experience
the different
culture. And
than just some beautiful, because although Iguazu looks very beautiful, when you look at these waterfalls, you're not going to learn about Brazilian people. It's just an amazing waterfall, you know? So I'd like to see it, but because there's too much to do in Brazil, it's basically the problem. There's just too much to do. And so maybe that'll be on our second or third trip.
yeah.
And the same thing about the Amazon. People say going to the Amazon would be amazing to see the Amazon. I think it's a must, actually, the Amazon.
Yeah.
But it might be our second trip because
Yeah.
there's just too much to do in Brazil. Sort of like Vlogger's Paradise because there's so much content everywhere you look is interesting videos.
Yeah, even a lot of Brazilian who lives in Brazil have never been to the Amazon. A lot of
Yeah,
Brazilian.
in the same way that I haven't even been to the east coast of Canada. Like I've never
Right.
crossed Quebec state.
Yeah.
And even got into all the provinces over there.
Yeah.
So, lots to see in Brazil is my point. What shocked you most and what surprised you most about Brazil so far, Ivana?
The diversity.
Absolutely right. Good answer.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. I didn't realize that you could not pick a Brazilian out of a lineup because they could be Italian, Lebanese, Japanese. They could be black, white, native. Brazil is a country of all the different continents
Yeah.
in one country.
And I just love, Sao Paulo because if you want Chinese food, you can get Chinese food. If you want Japanese food, you can get Japanese food. If you want Middle Eastern food, you can get Middle Eastern food. If you want Brazilian food, you can get Brazilian food from the north, south, middle, every part of the country.
And the list goes on.
Yeah. Italian food is here, you know, so you can get all types of food here. I also saw they even have an Indonesian restaurant somewhere here in Sao Paulo.
And they have a Canadian restaurant.
Canadian and Indonesian restaurant. Wow.
That can be a good vlog for us. We can do Canadian food and Indonesian food in one vlog.
Yeah. And they say it's a good Canadian restaurant. Like, it's called, what is it called?
I forget the name. Oh, Canucks.
Canucks.
It's called Canucks. I'm interested to see what they'll serve at the Canadian restaurant because there isn't much Canadian food, as it were.
We're gonna go online and see the menu. I'm sure poutine will be there. Poutine.
Stay tuned for that vlog. Although that vlog would have to take place in Sao Paulo, so unless we're coming back to Sao Paulo, we gotta film that.
Oh, we got a
ASAP.
super chat from
Super
Danielle
chat.
Mendez. Thank you so much, Danielle.
Danielle Mendez, thank you very much. Really appreciate it. It will go towards making more videos for you guys. Let us know if you'd like us to spend that money on something specific. We will buy it. Yeah, maybe poutine, Zaki, in the Canadian
Poutine for sure.
in the Canadian restaurant. I love Canada. Where in Canada are you from? We are from
Toronto.
Toronto. The suburbs around Toronto. But Toronto, close enough. More or less Toronto.
You cannot leave Brazil without visiting Salvador in Bahia. You need to eat moqueca
Moqueca,
and acarajé.
acarajé.
Wow, sounds good. What are they? I have to Google it.
Too much of Brazil to see. So the question was before, will you extend your stay in Brazil? I'm not sure we'll extend our stay, but we will be back. At the very least, we'll be back.
That's right.
Because maybe we'll just extend. There's just too much to see in Brazil. It's such a nice place to be because you can just meet people everywhere you go, and they'll take you around and help you out.
My dad is asking, is there a Chinatown in Brazil? February 1st is Chinese New Year.
Is there a Chinatown in Brazil? I would think there is in Sao Paulo.
There's a Japanese town, and in that town, they have Japanese, Chinese, Vietnamese, Korean. But I'm not sure if there's a specific Chinatown.
Good question. I would think there probably is because it's so multicultural here. There's got to be a Chinese. It might be in Liberdade. It might be in the Japanese part.
Yeah. Can you maybe bring it closer? Because it's hard for me to reach from that far.
Sure, Ivana. Go ahead. Don't be shy.
Yeah, right
I will
here.
say this. One Pokeball is not enough. I'm hungry, dude.
Still?
Yes. Darn. There is a celebration in Liberdade for Chinese New Year.
Ah.
That's a good vlog. Look, it looks like we're coming back to Sao Paulo.
We'll never leave Sao Paulo. Oh gosh.
We're gonna tell people we spent 90 days in Brazil. So, did you see the rainforest? No. Did you see Rio? No. Did you see? No.
But we saw the Japanese town. We saw the Chinatown. We went to the Italian town. We went.
They're gonna say, "Wow, all of that in one city."
We went to Japan. We went to China.
Yep.
Did you see Rio? No, but we went to Japan. We went to China.
Yeah.
We went to Italy. That's funny.
Someone says if you want to get full, you should get a pernil sandwich. Yo, that's one of the best sandwiches ever.
I want
made.
that too now.
I want that pernil sandwich.
So good.
Oh, here's a good question. Do you miss any particular Malaysian food?
Of course.
Which one would you say you miss the most? Honestly, it's too stereotypical, too obvious. But nasi lemak is a real simple dish that's really
Sometimes
unique.
for breakfast, I just don't know what to eat, but I just want nasi lemak, you know?
Yes. Just the usage of coconut milk in all the dishes is so nice in Malaysia. Coconut milk in all the curries and or maybe asam pedas would be one I miss most. Actually, the best one is nasi kukus ayam brempa. That's the best Malaysian food to me. Or rendang is the greatest food ever made. Yeah, Paul, you're absolutely right. Those sandwiches were so good. And to me, I'm a sandwich kind of guy.
I'm not a sandwich person, but that pernil sandwich was like 6 stars.
It was so good.
But normally I don't like sandwich, like bread and meat.
Right.
I'm more of a rice person.
Ivana's I'm more of a sandwich person. There's something satisfying about eating something in your hands and holding it. Especially when you pick up the pernil sandwich and it weighs it's like heavy and you bite into it. Super nice sandwich. Maybe not a daily eater because it's pretty heavy, but man is it good. Man, is it good. So, Ivana, we will have to go back after and go through all the comments because tons of recommendations on where to go in Brazil.
Yeah.
Oh, my mom's worrying again. She says, when you're in Rio, can you get a local guide? Yeah, Mom, we'll do our best to stay safe. No need to be worried about safety. If it's not safe, we won't do it. So it's all good.
Rio will be kind of like Sao Paulo.
Yeah. I think Rio is a must go. There is a place in Sao Paulo when you can eat coxinha named Frango. It's really nice and there are dozens of different beers. Worth looking into. Next would be south to where from Weifang? We are going to Florianopolis, aka Floripa.
That's in the south of Sao Paulo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Someone had a good comment. They said, "Can you tell us some funny stories about the struggles to communicate in Portuguese?" We got a few of these. So certainly when I got here, I thought obrigado was if you're thanking a man, and obrigada was if you're thanking a woman. So I definitely thanked like 10 different women saying obrigada, which means I'm a woman. And they looked at me like I was weird, and I'd go like, "Why are they looking at me like that?" So that was an obvious one that was simply wrong. The other day, Ivana was trying to say coxinha, which is that beautiful sort of teardrop food with the chicken inside, and she said cozinha, which means kitchen.
Yeah.
And then our friend Gustavo said, "Oh, that means kitchen." But I thought he said keychain. So then I was using cozinha to mean keychain, even though it means kitchen. Total disaster. And there's actually a lot more of these struggles for Portuguese words. I've also noticed in Portuguese, in Brazilian Portuguese at least, the emphasis is quite often on the last syllable. So, like maracujá. Remember the passion fruit? It's not maracuja, it's maracujá. So, all the time, I will look at Google Translate, read the word to someone, and they have no idea what I'm talking about. Even if I see it written, I just can't pronounce it, which can be frustrating. I will say, when we got to Sao Paulo, I was saying Sao Paulo, which is super gringo.
I still say Sao Paulo.
It's not Sao, it's Sung.
Sao Paulo.
But it's hard to say properly because I just say ng on it like sung, but it's more like song. It's in the nose. So yes, in terms of pronouncing things in Portuguese, we've been wrong more than we've been right. For me, for sure. Ivana's better than me, but I've been incorrect way more than I've been correct.
Yeah, and when someone speaks to you in Portuguese, and I said, no, I don't understand. English, please. They keep talking to you in Portuguese. They don't stop. Even though I said, I don't understand. You know?
It's true, and they're building long sentences. They'll tell
like,
you
okay.
a big long sentence pointing to 4 different things, and you're like, no, I don't even understand one word, man. I'm sorry. But I will say it's easy to communicate with people in Brazil who don't speak English because they're super warm and friendly, and it's almost like when they learn that you don't speak Portuguese, they get a smile on their face and they get excited, like, oh, this is gonna be fun. I'm gonna have to try and talk to this person who doesn't speak Portuguese.
But we use Google Translate, I think, more than ever here in Brazil, out of any other countries that we've been to.
Yeah, there's not much.
Yeah.
And because we're in Sao Paulo, there's probably more English here than the small villages.
Yeah.
So I would be led to believe in the smaller villages, there's almost no English at all. Would be my guess.
Right.
Because usually the big cities have more English. But Brazilian people are super happy to help. When they say something to you, you say, sorry, no Portuguese, English. And they look at you like, okay, let's do it. Let's work on this. And then they try to help you out. It's a bit of a fun game, sign language, walking 5 minutes,
Yeah. Someone is asking, do you speak another language other than English?
Me, no. Ivana, yes.
I speak Indonesian and English.
Same. I speak a little bit of French, which is actually quite helpful to Portuguese because lots of stuff is similar. Similar. I mean, Portuguese is obviously really close to Spanish, which is close to Italian, close to French. It's sort of in this category of, I think it's called Latin languages.
Right.
So Portuguese is not so different. Whereas something like Serbian, which has got a whole different alphabet and a whole different pronunciation, sentence structure. I mean, learning Serbian was like, it would be so hard. Learning Portuguese would be easier. Would be my guess. Boomba! I will say this, 1 poke bowl is not enough. I'm hungry, dude.
Still? Want to get Pernil sandwich?
Go for a pernil sandwich right now. Yeah, Zaki has an interesting idea. What if you went to Portugal next? Would be
love to
interesting
be
to
there.
compare.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea at all. And it might be good to bring the Brazilian audience over there. They might follow. That's a good question. If you're Brazilian, I know it's a little early to plan our exit to Brazil from Brazil, but let us know where you'd like to see us go next, because we will be trying to bring the viewers from Brazil with us to the next place. Obviously, some people will not follow, but let us know if you're Brazilian where you'd like to see us go next. In fact, even if you're not Brazilian, if you are a subscriber to our channel, let us know where you want to see us go next.
Yeah.
As the music swells. Hello, are you guys going to Rio from
well,
Tiago?
so many people are asking us if we're going to Rio.
It's a must.
Yeah.
It's a must.
It's a mush.
It's definitely a must. We will get there. When? We don't know, because we are in slow motion, man. We are in slow motion. My mom recommends Mississauga for our next trip. That's where I'm from, guys. That's where my mom is now. She's saying come home.
Jamaica. As a Brazilian, I like to see you explore other South American countries. And also...
Oh, that I'm more likely to visit. That's a good point.
Right.
So...
Instead of Portugal, then other South
Portugal's going to be
American.
expensive. It's farther away, and it's just probably more expensive in general.
Yeah.
So maybe Bolivia. I don't know if you guys want to go there, because we might have a friend in Bolivia.
From South Korea.
Or
Hello.
even hello to South Korea. That's cool. Maybe Bolivia then.
Yeah.
And then maybe like Uruguay and Paraguay. They might be more likely to go there.
Yeah.
Not a bad idea.
Somewhere nearby.
I am new to your channel. I notice you get rather hyper. Do people ever tell you to chill? Yeah, sometimes. I get pretty hyper.
Yes, Steve is very hyper. It's true.
That's the way I am.
Honestly, Steve cannot sit down for 1 hour. He usually just walk around.
It's true. I literally walk around the apartment. I can't sit in a chair.
Yeah.
I was
Sometimes
bad.
even when he's eating, he would walk around.
I walk around and eat. I was a bad student. To make you sit there all day, and I was like, this is the worst. Actually, yesterday we were out at a Boteco, and I was sitting there. My legs were doing this. My legs were just shaking, and then someone asked me, "Are you nervous about something? Why are you shaking?" I was like, "No, I just always shaking, man."
You need some passion fruit juice to relax. Oh, really?
Does passion fruit juice make you relax?
I don't know.
Worth a try.
That's the first time I hear of it.
Maracuja. Worth a try.
I love maracuja. Maracuja. Parati, yes, we want to go to Parati before visiting Rio, maybe, or after Rio. We will see.
Oh, someone recommended go to Suriname.
Oh yeah, Suriname.
Which
maybe
has-
Suriname.
That has an interesting Indonesian connection.
Yeah, there are a large Indonesian or Japanese community in Suriname, so maybe it's a good. I would like to check it out because it would be interesting to me. Yeah.
So maybe Suriname could be one of our next ones. Someone said Uruguay is 12 hours bus from Florianopolis, so you're almost there.
Ooh. We've been to Uruguay just for 1 day. It was a day trip from Argentina. But we need to check out more of the country, I guess.
This is a nice comment. I'm Brazilian and I'm getting travel tips from you. That's great. Because you guys are helping us travel.
Yeah, you
Big
guys,
time.
with your comments, with your recommendations, you guys are helping us see Brazil, you know?
So I'm glad we're
Thank you.
maybe helping some of you as well. That would be very nice. Suriname would be great, people
Yeah.
are saying.
I think Suriname.
Maybe Suriname it is.
Yeah.
Boom! Solved. Is it true that apart from cultural differences, humans are the same everywhere? Ivana, what do you think?
Yes.
Good
It's
answer.
true.
I think it's true.
Yeah.
What are the things all people want? They want to have some good food. They want their family to be with them. Sitting down with a good meal with your family. Everyone is doing this on the whole
Right.
earth. Trying to be healthy, trying to be happy, finding some meaning, take care of your children. Everyone's the same.
Right.
It's just different food. different reason to sit down, different religion.
Yeah.
But it's still sitting down with your family and eating good food.
Yeah. Most people have good hearts. Yeah.
Yes, most people have good hearts.
Yeah.
True fact.
And want their desire to help is like the same everywhere.
Yeah.
Someone is mentioning that Felipe sent some donation via Buy Me a Coffee. Oh, thanks so much.
Yes, we definitely received it. Thank you very much, Felipe.
Felipe, thanks so much for your donation on Buy Me a Coffee.
Thank you very much. We really appreciate all the donations and stuff, guys. Without you, there could be no JetLag Warriors.
Yeah, that's true.
Here's a good question. How does Portuguese sound to you?
Sounds like someone singing. Like,
Yes.
instead of just saying obrigada, you say obrigada, you know?
Yes.
You know, we just say thank you,
Yes.
thanks.
It sounds like a melody.
Yeah, thank you, thanks, obrigada.
In Portuguese, it's the
obrigada.
melody. It's
Yeah.
maybe not to the extent of Italian, which is like musical,
Yeah.
but Portuguese is similar to that. I was trying to ask someone one time, what does English sound like? Because it doesn't sound very musical to me. Mm-hmm. But it's not as hard as like really hard
Russian?
languages like no, even like German is hard.
German,
Or like Arabic is much harder, whereas
Yeah.
Italian is so bouncy. What does it? Where does English fit on that spectrum? Because I can't hear what English sounds like.
All right,
It's just hard for me, you know.
yeah.
So let us know in the chat, what does English sound like?
I think just flat.
It's in the middle somewhere. It kind of doesn't stand out.
Also, like British English and American English are different as well.
Oh, that's a good point. When I say English, I mean the North American one.
Yeah.
The British one sounds more fancy to me. British English sounds
British.
fancy.
See?
Sounds like they're high class. Oh, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. What did it say here? My dad said something. Indonesia, in Indonesia there's an island called Flores. Also, a lot of the locals have Portuguese names such as the Silva because Portuguese came to that island in the 1500s.
So there actually is a Portuguese influence on Indonesia as well.
Oh boy, I pressed something here.
Uh-oh, Ivana broke the channel. What'd you do, babe? There we go. English is soft to hear. That's interesting. I didn't know that. Latin languages are all sort of musical. It has to do with the vowels. Right. Yeah, British sounds very fancy. I agree. That's what I was saying. English sounds so common because we hear it in all the movies and TV shows. Oh, so English is not as foreign or not as exotic, maybe. Interesting.
See.
Very interesting to see what languages sound like because Australian English sounds funny though. I don't mind Australian English. I will say the best sound for the English language is from the southern part of the United States, like Nashville. Like, how y'all doing? I love that accent. You know, where y'all coming in from? I love that accent. That to me is my favorite sound for English. If I could choose my own accent, I would choose to be like cowboy. That sounds the best for me. Did you find out where you can learn to go dance? Good question, Mom. We should look into that. We should do a Samba school.
That's true.
Samba school would be a good vlog.
Luis
It's a good vlog idea. We should not forget that. We should write it down.
Yeah.
Samba
Luis
school.
is saying, please go to Colombia. We have been there 4 years ago. I don't know.
3 or 4 years ago.
But
Now,
we weren't really vlogging then.
we have vlogs from there. Be prepared. They're 3 or 4 years old, which means the quality is 3 to 400 times worse. So they're pretty rough vlogs. But that was the first trip where we got the drone. So a lot of those vlogs from Colombia, it's just drone shots and music because we just got a drone. We're like, this is amazing. Just fly the drone.
Yeah.
So
I like Colombia.
we have been to Colombia.
I love that little town. What is it called? Salento.
Salento was super
Salento,
beautiful.
I think that was my favorite part of Colombia. Salento.
Yeah, I also really loved Isla del Rosario,
Oh yeah.
which was
I'll
an
get
island
this
off the coast of Cartagena, the northern part of Colombia, so in the Caribbean sort of. Was super nice. Whoa, hello from, good luck pronouncing this, Zhejiang,
Xinjiang.
China. Didn't know we
Xinjiang.
had any subscribers from China.
Ah, Zhejiang, China.
Cheers, guys.
Hello,
Soji to
China.
water. Soji.
Soji.
Water, cheers. Oh yeah, so people recommended this too. A good and unique place to see is Pantanal.
Ah, yes.
Pantanal.
Pantanal.
It's unique and
it
beautiful.
Will be, yeah. Oh gosh, so many places. How can we choose?
Too much. How many Brazilian viewers of your channel? So we came to Brazil with something like 124 or 125,000, and we have 132 or something, 133. So almost 10,000 Brazilian.
But I don't know if they're all Brazilian.
Oh, that's just how many subscribers we gained.
Yeah, but in Brazil.
They could be coming from a different country.
Yeah.
Another good
But
point.
I think most of them
Probably
will be
most of
Brazilian.
them. Right.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun. If you guys want to play the hard challenge, listen to the music in the background and guess what vlog it's from. So far,
I don't even remember.
I don't even remember. So far, Paul Cannon is the only one with 1 point. He's winning the challenge.
Pantanal is like adventure in jungle. Is it similar to the Amazon?
I don't know. I think Pantanal is.
It's more wildlife, I think.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
Like jaguar and lion.
Pop quiz. Do you know the
Lions.
national animal of Brazil? Do you know?
I think I just said it.
Yeah, that's where I got it from. The national animal of Brazil is a interesting type of jaguar.
Yeah.
Which looks almost like a tiger. It's not all black. It's like a golden colored jaguar.
Steve, someone is saying if you change your jersey to Palmeiras, you look like a local.
I might get a Palmeiras jersey. The problem is all my shirts are football jerseys now. And I don't mind buying a football jersey, but if we go out to a restaurant that's sort of nice, it's
how
always
come I've
football
never
jerseys.
seen anyone with a national football jersey? Only with the club jersey.
It's a good question. I've seen some national ones for sale. Maybe nobody wearing a national jersey. Well, that's an interesting takeaway. You don't see a lot of Brazilian national jerseys, but you see lots of local club team jerseys.
Yeah.
Interesting takeaway. Ivana, you're very observant, you know?
Pantanal and Bonito are close. You could visit both at the same time. Oh, if you go to Rio, you should get the Flamengo jersey.
Listen, I cannot... Listen, once you make a decision to be a football supporter of a certain team, you got to stick with it. I can't switch now, or I'll have no credibility for the rest. Everyone will know I'm a flip flopper. I'm now Palmeiras. I now bleed green, from now until forever.
Because national shirt are associated with
that's
politics.
what it is. Yes. Actually, Art told us that. Cause we were gonna buy a football jersey, and he said, just so you know, if you wear that, it's a kind of a political statement, which I have no opinions on, and that's why I knew that actually. Art told us that. It's been hijacked by, it's like a combative thing, so we're certainly not.
But then what happened when Brazil goes into World Cup or something?
Yeah, the next World Cup is this year, isn't it?
Is it this year?
I think it's this year in Qatar. 2022 Qatar, I think.
Okay, I'm not really following football, so I don't know much.
I just learned the name of the sport 6 months ago, so still learning. To say the least, still learning. That would be great if one of the countries we've been to won the World Cup. I could wear the jersey in the vlogs and be excited about it. I would be all in.
Hello guys from Kashmir, Indian side of Kashmir. Hello.
Hello. Shout out to India. Wow, someone said even if they're playing in World Cup Brazil, they still wouldn't wear the jersey because it's been
okay, it's too political.
Yeah, too political. Fair enough.
Okay, good to learn that.
Yep.
Although we don't know much. We heard some political stuff in Brazil, but we don't know much about it.
Yeah, our channel is mostly just a tourist experience.
Yeah.
So it's not too political for us.
Yeah.
It's more just about what a tourist could get up to and how a tourist could enjoy themselves and what a tourist might notice, as we are tourists.
Do you understand the word zapato? Of course I understand. Zapato means shoes. It's the same language as Indonesia.
Really?
I mean, same word. Yeah.
Zapato.
Remember I told you there is a flower here, hibiscus flower. It's called bunga zapato. Bunga means flower, zapato means shoes.
Flower shoe.
It's called shoe flower.
This year, Brazil will be the champion.
Ooh.
I think Canada might make it, man. I'm going all
Dream
Canada.
big. There is no
Dream
no
big.
problem of dreaming big.
Dream big. Actually, in the next World Cup, or maybe after, Canada might make it. We have some good players now. We got one guy who's on, like, Real Madrid or something.
Yeah.
Anthony Davies, like a top level player. Canada might make it.
Are you guys looking for more beautiful sceneries or food? To be honest, more cultural stuff. We want to learn about, like, for example, yesterday we explored the Boteco culture of Brazil. So, like, Boteco and what else? Things like that.
Yeah, the culture of samba.
Like-
We can learn samba. We can learn capoeira. Things that are more cultural or more
Yeah.
memorable for us. Because honestly, and maybe this
Samba,
sounds spoiled, but we've seen a lot of beautiful views.
Yeah.
And a year later, you don't remember the beautiful view as much. You remember the people you met and the thing you learned, and the culture is more long-lasting memory than
Right.
looking at a beautiful thing.
Right.
Still nice to see the beautiful thing, but it's nice to see it if you can see it with a local or with a traditional dance or with some sort of cultural
so for
thing,
that,
and that makes
is,
it more memorable.
Everyone is like recommending Salvador in Bahia. That would
This
be
is
the place.
I believe this is the African influence,
Yeah.
more African population, more African culture. We have seen some stores, which I don't know how to describe it. It's like traditional African religion.
Right.
That might be the way to describe it. I don't know if the word shaman is the right word or if the word voodoo or what it is, but there's like traditional African influence on religious kind of things. That would be a nice thing to learn about.
Right.
If we can find someone in Salvador who can teach us that stuff, that would be a more impactful memory than looking at a beautiful view.
Yeah.
You know?
Like beach.
That would be a cool thing to unlock.
I'm sure. I mean, I love beaches. I'm sure the beaches in Brazil are beautiful, but we have seen 1,000 beaches. Not 1,000, maybe less than that. I'm just exaggerating.
Right.
So I won't remember the beaches, but I will remember the culture, the people, you know, the energy of the country. I'll remember that.
This is why Iabella for us was so nice.
Yeah.
Because we were with Gustavo, with his family. It was New Year's. We did a bunch of New Year's traditions, new to us traditions, as well as we saw the beautiful beach. Just the beautiful beach is nice, but the beautiful beach with locals and with some cultural makes it much better.
Yeah. Someone is saying Salvador and Ouro Preto, the old city.
Okay, maybe we'll try to make it Salvador.
Yeah.
Especially if we can find a local there to hopefully help us unlock some of the history. Because a lot of times you need a way to access the history. If it's, you know, if it's easily accessible, it makes it much more visual and better for the vlog.
Yeah.
Someone said that Canada has never made World Cup. We have. One
have
time
you?
we made the World Cup.
Where?
1986.
Wow, yeah.
Canada made
I
World
wasn't
Cup.
even born yet.
Me neither. And we lost every game. Played 3 games. We scored 0 goals and we let 5 goals in.
Yeah,
So we lost 1-0, 2-0, and 2-0.
Someone is asking, Julia, I think, is asking, what is the most popular sport in Canada and Indonesia?
In Indonesia, I don't know. Do you know?
Soccer, like football.
Football.
Football
But
is
also,
big.
Indonesia is the best in the world at badminton.
Oh yeah, badminton.
Like the best in the world.
Yeah.
If you look at the top.
Malaysia might
Okay, it's
Question.
close. I shouldn't have said that. Why would I have such a strong opinion? But if you look at the top 10 players,
Yeah, it's
you'll have a bunch of Indonesians.
Indonesia, Malaysia, and China
And China.
for badminton. Top 3.
But in
And
Canada, it's certainly
football.
ice hockey.
Yeah.
We're the best in the world at ice hockey. Not even close. No one's even close. We're the best by far.
Oh, Andy is asking when you will be back in Romania. I'm hoping summertime.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah. We like to go to cold countries. Well, not cold countries.
Is that
countries
true?
that has winter in the summer.
Is it true?
What?
Canada will host the
The
World
next-
Cup with USA and Mexico.
What?
It's a North America World Cup.
Wow.
Oh, that's very cool. Oh, good night to Wei Feng, aka Cinderella. Getting bed before midnight, so
So it's late in Malaysia
she
right
doesn't
now.
turn into a pumpkin. No. What happens to Cinderella?
It doesn't turn into pumpkin.
Cinderella does not turn into a pumpkin. The stagecoach.
carriage.
The stagecoach turns into a pumpkin.
Yeah, the coach, the carriage.
The carriage turns into a pumpkin. Okay. I forgot my Cinderella lore. Wow, Canada's gonna host World Cup, so we've got to get a
Really?
team together that qualifies. We've
That's
got
hard
qualify.
to believe.
Well, North America hosts, so it'd be Canada,
Okay.
USA, and Mexico. But if we can get some games in Canada with a Canadian team playing, that would be exciting. I would watch. I'd buy a Canadian soccer jersey. Quick, what does a Canadian soccer jersey look like?
Red and white.
Have you seen it?
No,
I don't know.
but I'm sure it will be red and white with a maple leaf on it. So there is a North American World Cup. Wow. Oh, Matthias Costa, thank you so much.
He says, Palmeiras never won the World Cup of Clubs too, so you're cheering for the Canadian equivalent of the Brazilian equivalent, sorry, of the Canadian national team.
Don't know what to say.
I'm gonna take that as a compliment. I'm taking that as a positive way. I'm cheering for the Brazilian equivalent. That's good. It's a good thing. I think it was meant with a little bit of friendly mocking, but I'm gonna say it was a good thing. I'm gonna say I take it positively.
Mitch is asking, do you plan on visiting any native indigenous tribes in Brazil?
Yeah, this would be great.
We would love to.
This would be great.
Please tell us how we can do that.
Yeah, these are hard things to unlock. Everyone's laughing at Matthias Costa's comment and clapping, cheering, clapping hand signal. That was a great comment. Absolutely great comment. Absolutely great comment.
Canada and Palmeiras.
Canadian Palmeiras fan. It makes sense.
That's so funny. Okay. Come to Curitiba. Ah, all right. Have you heard of Curitiba before? I think I heard it several times, but I don't really know where exactly it is.
Yeah, same. Really nice comment here from Fur HNP. It says, hey, Pakistanis, because there's so many Pakistani people in the chat. He says, I always see your comments, and the travel vids on your country are amazing. I hope to be there one day. Love from Brazil. This is a great comment. 5-star that comment. Really, really nice. And just to be clear, would definitely recommend traveling Pakistan. It's one of these countries that most people are not traveling to. It's underrated or underutilized in the travel
and most people
sphere.
would think that Pakistan is dangerous, even more so, like different dangers than Brazil.
Different type of danger than Brazil, but it's people would think that, and it's super duper safe, super duper friendly,
and
really
lots of the nature.
rich.
Again, if you like mountains and nature, it's the best place.
Sort of comparable to Brazil in the fact that it's culturally rich,
Yeah.
as well as has some beautiful scenery.
Yeah.
Obviously, it's not as big as Brazil,
Yeah.
but would really
Oh
recommend.
yeah, it's like you
Pakistan.
said, but you need to go through the visa process. Yes.
Yes,
That's the only complicated part about visiting Pakistan.
They
is the
have
visa.
made it a little bit easier in the past years. They made the e-visa for Pakistan, but takes a while. If you can get the visa, definitely go. It's a great place.
Can you guys recommend the best places? Julia got really, really good questions.
I was gonna say she's done like 5 good questions.
In this
shout out
chat.
shout out to Julia Beatriz.
Can you guys recommend a place to visit in Canada and Indonesia? In Canada, I would say, again, Toronto is kind of like Sao Paulo, very multicultural city. If you want, we got Chinatown, we got Italy, it's like Little Italy, we got India Town. So Toronto would be the best place if you want to experience culture. But for scenery, what's culture?
I wouldn't say Toronto is the best place for culture. I would say Montreal is more interesting from a tourist perspective.
More French. It's different.
So the thing is, I think about my own hometown, Toronto, as not interesting at all. Maybe it's because I spent my whole childhood there, so it doesn't seem interesting to me as a tourist.
Yeah.
I would recommend, if you're going to Canada, Quebec or BC. It's the French part, which is kind of more cultural, more interesting, or out west where they have the mountains.
Right. I would say nature is the west.
The west is for this. You could also do like northern Canada if you want to go there, it'd be interesting. It's like amazing snow stuff and mountains and aurora borealis and stuff. Canada's too big to explain in one trip. You know, it's just too big. Where would you recommend for Indonesia? Another hard one.
Indonesia. Most people, I think, only knows of Bali. They don't know beyond Bali how it is. But I was born in Jakarta, the capital city. It's very, very congested. So lots of people around. So if you want to experience the culture, well, not really culture. I think culture is Yogyakarta.
Yogyakarta.
And we got the biggest Buddhist temple in the world, Borobudur Temple. So that's worth visiting as well.
It's hard to say the best place to visit for a country like Indonesia and Canada because they're so big and different. You know, it's
it's kind of like Brazil.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah.
But good question, Julia Beatriz.
Yeah.
Like 4 or 5 good questions from her so far.
Yeah. Oh yeah, if you like surfing, Indonesia.
Surfing.
Yeah.
Like surfing.
Someone just
like
mentioned.
Surfing the internet.
Someone just mentioned if you like surfing, there are lots of good spots in Indonesia.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's right.
Did you guys use Subway Line 4 in
Is
Sao
that the
Paulo?
yellow one?
This is the yellow one. This is the new one. We will be taking it later today for the first time.
Yeah, we will maybe shot some videos of
We
our
will
impressions.
go on the metro for the first time and do a first time on the metro video.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty. I think I've seen the map of the metro, all the different lines. It looks pretty robust, although it would sort of have to be for a city of 12 million. You got to have some public transport that's something effective, or else it would be too much.
Yeah. Nice.
Someone said they thought this was Jason Kidd's channel. Do you know Jason
What?
Kidd?
No.
It's a basketball player. I do look a little bit like Jason Kidd.
Really? I don't know who that is.
Well, he's also a super athlete, so it's kind of, I take it as a compliment. But he's just a bald white guy who looks like me. Although, I will say, anyone who knows a bald white guy will say I look like that person.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just a bald white guy. It's not even that similar, it's just a bald white guy. But anyway, I'll take the compliment for Jason Kidd.
Shakespeare TW is from Japan. Have you considered going to Puerto de Galinas? To be honest, I'd never heard of that place before.
Me either.
So we will check it out.
We'll check it out.
Yeah.
I like this song. This song is from the vlog in Malaysia with Chris Terengganu. When we saw the... do you remember this vlog? On the shoreline of Terengganu?
Maybe.
Anyway.
Not really.
Not really.
Someone mentioned that you should visit the favelas in Rio. It's a great place to explore the culture, to know Brazil even more. So maybe we will do that.
Yeah, we could do. We had to do with some intent of like.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Someone else said you should do an ayahuasca ceremony.
Would you do an ayahuasca ceremony, Ivana? Are you interested in this thing?
I want to try, but I'm scared. To be honest, I'm scared of trying new stuff. I think for that you need to be in the right state of mind.
I think you're right about that.
Yeah.
I would do it,
I
but
don't
I would
know
be nervous.
if I am there yet.
I would be nervous that you got to do it with people you trust and people you know, because you would be easy to be taken advantage of if you're doing this ceremony. It would be I'm not sure I'm ready for it right now in my life, but but I'm not against it. You know?
Yeah.
It's possible, but
Someone says
maybe
it
not.
will change your life. Oh yeah, but it will.
So I've heard people talk about these ceremonies, and it seems like something that interests me.
Yeah.
But I'm a little bit nervous.
Oh, Peter Eagle 94, thank you so much for your super chat. Come to Brazil's northeast. We have great beaches. Northeast. Many people recommend the northeast. The most beautiful beaches in Brazil, people say, are in the northeastern
Yes.
part.
Thanks for
Brazil.
your
Yeah.
donation,
Super chat,
Peter.
yeah.
Super chat. Let us know, Peter, if you have any specific beaches in mind, because we are taking recommendations soon. There is someone named Dennis Snyder in the chat who says it would be awesome to see you guys with other YouTubers from Brazil collabing and be taken to places. Yeah, it's funny that we've already sort of collabed with people, but they're not YouTubers. Like Gustavo has been taking us around.
Well,
he's not
really.
a YouTuber, but he's super helpful taking us around.
Yeah.
As well as Art, we've worked with Art from Gringo Nation.
Yeah.
Who is super helpful again. We were with him yesterday.
Actually, we got a lot of invitation from you guys, so thank you so much.
Yeah, Brazilian people have been pretty helpful and pretty responsive to the videos. Like I said, it's so easy to make videos in Brazil. It's so
Marcos is recommending another popular recommendation is the Len. How do you say it?
soie. I would say no.
No,
French
that's
soie.
French.
But it's
Sois.
so that's
Lensois maranhensis.
lensois.
I said sois, not sois.
Soy, like soy sauce.
Sois,
No, no, no.
see? Lensois maranhensis.
Sois. You know what, Ivana? I'm sorry because I'm worse at pronunciation than you. That's a fact.
You keep correcting me, and I keep pronouncing it
She
right.
pronounced it right. LOL. Damn. You know, one day I'm just gonna stop talking altogether. Ivana says, "You promise?" Darn. Oh, here we go. This is gonna be a good one.
Are you?
Ayahuasca's effect on Steve. Either it will give him a permanent Red Bull effect, which is what I already have, even more than the present, or he'll be transformed into a total so there's no in between. Yeah, this would be a lot to have
No
in
in between.
If I was even more hyper than now, it would just be I would be quite honestly unbearable. I would honestly be unbearable.
Michelle Lopez, thank you so much for your super chat.
Thank you very much, Michelle Lopes. Do you know how it chooses the color? That super chat was blue. The one before was green. I don't know how they choose the color.
YouTube, I don't know.
Maybe they chose themselves. Anyway, thank you for the blue super chat from Michelle. Thank you very much. It will go a long way. We really appreciate it.
Joao is asking, do you guys need any more recommendations around Sao Paulo? We always welcome recommendations. We like to do local stuff.
Yes.
Yeah, try local
and
things.
Unfortunately, we are leaving Sao Paulo in 2 days.
Yeah, but
which
I'm
has
sure
been
we'll
a
be
month.
back because honestly, I love
Sao Paulo.
I love the city
Dude.
so much.
Now here's a question, Ivana. Would you live your entire life in Sao Paulo? Would you live here?
I can live here. Yeah.
It's a little big for me to live here. It's a little big for me.
Really, I would live
It's a little
in
big for
either
me.
KL. I like big cities. So KL, Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia.
I don't want to live in a big city.
No, I think
would
if
live
I-
in
if
Terengganu, man.
No.
You know?
Terengganu is nice, but it's a little bit. I like places where everything is available to you. And if you need something, you can just go out, buy it easily, get it easily. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the city life. It's more convenient.
Convenience, yes. City life is more convenient.
I like traveling in Sao Paulo a lot, but I don't think I would live here.
Someone
Too big.
said, Felipe is saying you should try the hot dogs before you leave. Yeah, we've heard a lot about the hot dogs, so I'm wondering if it's only in Sao Paulo, or is the Brazilian hot dogs available everywhere in Brazil, or is it only in Sao Paulo? I don't know. If not, we gotta eat it tonight.
You guys are such a good match. Boomba! Nice comment.
Thank you.
Nice comment. Thank you very much to who's this side eye I just got?
Kayo. Thanks, Kayo.
Yo, that's exactly how you pronounce that. Kayo. I was
I like that
gonna say
name.
ciao.
Oh God.
Ciao, obrigado. Sorry. Kayo Vilela. How you say the last name?
Filela.
Vilela. Ivana speaks life is good. Thanks for joining our super chat, guys. Our live stream, guys. It's been really great. Hanging out with you guys every week is super nice for us to learn what you guys. We like to try and learn what you guys want to see, because it can be frustrating when we have this idea that's going to be so popular. We make the video and nobody watches. Also frustrating when you think you make the video and you go, this one doesn't seem very good, and you release it and everyone likes it. So we want to have a better idea of what you guys want to see, so we can make stuff that you guys like.
Someone is saying in the south we don't really eat hot dogs like they do in Sao Paulo. Oh, someone said you must go. It's inviting us to go to a karaoke bar in Liberdade, which is not
do
popular.
that.
Karaoke
I
is
would
very
do that.
popular in Liberdade.
I already have my song picked out. I have my classic.
Really? You
my
have
classic
to
song.
pick a Brazilian song.
No. I can't even say the words. I'm not gonna try and sing them. It's gonna be a bunch of gibberish. I do have a good karaoke song.
Oh yeah, we heard about this. The hot dog in Sao Paulo has mashed potatoes in it, so it's different. It's only in Sao Paulo.
I would go for that. I would go for a mashed hot dog.
Yeah, so we have to try that. What else here? Oh, Ronnie is saying, I like your videos, but I'm sorry I cannot join your live stream every time. That's okay. You can join whenever you're free.
Yeah, no
Don't
problem, buddy.
worry.
We understand.
Zaki is saying, we want to see you both dressed up
that would
in
be
carnival wear.
awesome.
Yeah, that would be cool. I don't know how we can do that. I think we need to join a samba school or something to be able to dress up. But Carnival is actually canceled this year, so we'll see. Oh, this is nice, Michelle. If you come to Macapá, the most north capital of Brazil, you can stay at my house. Thank you, Michelle.
Thanks, Michelle.
You guys should go to Gramado. Nice. Are you guys coming back to Malaysia this year? Maybe if it's open. If it's open, we will come back. Oh, thank you, Mariana. Thanks so much. Oh, it's going so fast.
Someone's watching from Japan, and it's 1:30 in the morning.
Wow.
Well, thanks for watching.
Yes.
Although, if you have to study for your test, or if you have work tomorrow, feel free to do the right thing.
Yeah. I'm wondering if you are Brazilian in Japan or Japanese in Japan.
No, I think they said they're Brazilian.
Ah, okay.
If you,
I know there's a
yeah, and I'm Brazilian, yeah.
I know there's a large Brazilian community in Japan as well.
What's more surprising to you, Brazilian community in Japan or Japanese community in Brazil?
Now it's not that surprising anymore. Before,
I think the Japanese community in Brazil would be more
Yeah.
confusing because it's just so far away and such a different climate, different culture, different everything, you know.
all right. We've been live for over an hour.
Have we really?
Yeah.
Yo, the live streams just fly by. We've been 81 minutes talking to you guys. That's
Yeah.
so great.
It's
Thanks
12:30
for
a.m.
hanging out with
Malaysia.
us, guys.
Yeah, thank you so
if you
much.
want to FedEx us or send us another Pokeball, the first one did not fill me up. Just kidding.
Michi is saying, if you guys need any help in Sao Paulo, please reach out. Thank you so much.
Ivana, please say something in your native language. Could you please say,
Ooh.
thank you for watching our live stream and I love you all dearly.
Terima kasih karena Anda sudah menonton live stream ini. Aku cinta kamu semua.
Wow! I have no idea what she said. Maybe she said, Steve, don't tell me what to say. I got a little bit of that. I can speak a little bit of Malay.
You
Or
understand a little bit.
Indonesian.
Yeah.
I can, you know, getting better.
All right. So,
There you have it, guys. All right, you done, Ivana?
yeah.
82 minutes live stream. We'll end off with Ivana saying something very nice in Indonesian. Was beautiful. In fact, Ivana said she'd like to sing us a song in Indonesian. Go ahead, Ivana.
You sing one.
In Indonesian.
No, Canadian song. Sing a Canadian
Canadian
song.
song? Oh, what's a good Canadian song? Oh, the one that goes, If I Had $1 Million. I can sing that.
Yeah. Okay, sing.
I'm not going to sing it,
it.
Ivana. But there's a really nice song called If I Had $1 Million. And it's just a nice song, and it's from a Canadian artist.
Okay,
Anyway,
end it
guys,
with that.
I'm not going to sing, Ivana. It's a 0% chance of me singing.
Okay, thanks guys for joining our live stream.
Ooh, and what music comes on? The intro music.
Oh, someone said sing Justin Bieber.
Justin Bieber. Yummy, 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 yummy.
Bye guys.
Thanks for
We
watching,
love
guys.
you.
Love you so much.
Mwah.
Terima kasih. Cinta amor. Love you. Fale Menderi.
You know what this
Shukriya.
It's a heart.
Bot
Double hearts.
shukriya. See you guys later, dudes.
Bye bye.
And gals.